Throughout my short life of 18 years, I've come to realize a very important part of life is having a place to call home. A place where you can be comfortable with the people around you and recall old memories and make some new ones. For me, my trust lies in Jenkintown. No matter where I go, I'm always thinking about my family and friends back home. I've always wondered why this place drew me in, so today I'm going to explore the magic of Jenkintown. The truth is, most people don't even know that a 1 square mile town, 10 miles from Philly, even exists, which is one of the reasons this town is so great. For a town that's home to only 4,500 residents, we still have 2 schools, 2 fire departments, a library, and 5 churches. This town is full of old buildings, from nice restaurants to temples to even a movie theater. But the main thing that makes Jenkintown so great is the high school where we graduated from. This is my school here. I graduated with 56 kids, which is an average for Jenkintown. But what we lack in size, we make up in spirit.
Well, it's funny you said that because everywhere else I've ever been in my life involved with education has been gigantic. I've taught in bigger schools, and when I came to Jenkintown, I was a little shocked at how small it really was. But I've gotten used to that, and one of the great things I think about working here at Jenkintown is getting to know every single student. Every other place I've been, you get to know them a little bit here, a little bit there, but you don't truly know everybody. And here I can safely say that everybody that graduates I know some way, shape, or form.
My favorite thing in working in a small school like Jenkintown is the fact that I get to know all the students. I mean, I'm not sure that there's one student that I don't know personally, and it's really nice to be able to call them in the hallway or call their parents. And I mean, I probably know a little bit more than most people do at other schools, but I like that.
My favorite thing about Jenkintown is the tight-knit community. Everybody kind of supports each other.
Well, if I hadn't moved here during 6th grade, at the school I was at, we didn't have football, just soccer, so I never would have even played. And it's just a good way to be able to learn and still get a lot of time and attention from coaches at a smaller school. And that really helped me develop an appreciation and love for football.
Jenkintown is such a small school, everyone's given the opportunity to play whatever sport they want. And for me, I've been playing baseball since 9th grade, and since it's such a small school, I've been able to start since 9th grade. So because of this, I've been able to take my game to the next level and become the best player that I can.
These nice little small, intimate people get to know each other. No major haul trekking and herding episodes through large, gigantic buildings.
My favorite thing about working here at Jenkintown is that I get the opportunity to see students from 7th grade through 12th grade, and I get to see those students turn into young men and young women, and that's the greatest thing, to be able to see those changes that they go through.
When I first came to Jenkintown and we only graduated 40, 50 kids, you literally know every student who's standing up on stage, and for good or for bad, you get to really know who the student is, you get to learn who they are, you get to watch them grow from 7th through 12th grade. So it's something that it's a much more personal experience than you would get in a larger school district.
That's hard to say, because if you do something once in Jenkintown, basically it becomes a tradition.
Probably have to say the bonfire. It's the right before the homecoming game that we have a giant bonfire. The whole town comes out, supports the football team. They all rush around it. It's a big rally.
It's clearly Color Day. For my first year here, I was not expecting what happened on that day in terms of just the scope of how serious the town took it. I was not expecting, the competitiveness of that day.
When you come to this school, get assigned a color, and every May, every grade has an event, and you participate in this giant field day. a bunch of activities, running events, tug of war, stuff like that. And it's red versus blue. School's split in half. It's basically like Civil War, Jenkintown.
I would have to say my favorite Jenkintown tradition is Color Day. Seeing this, the physical education department puts on Color Day, and just seeing the excitement of the whole student body, the camaraderie that comes through with Color Day. And we're pretty unique, and I don't think there are many schools that still have this competition.
Hands down Color Day. I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. My school never had anything like it. And the fact that there's reds and blues and there's a healthy dose of competition is great.
Probably graduation, only because I've never seen anything like it before. Your traditional high school graduations, students wear caps and gowns, and in Jenkintown the girls wear their white gowns and the gentlemen wear tuxedos. And it's just so very different than anything I was used to. It really kind of captivated me the first time I saw it.
Every year on Memorial Day weekend, we go on a camping trip with just the fathers, and all the kids basically just party.
There has been a tradition at Jenkintown for a lot longer than I've been here for there to be, on alternate years, travel experiences for the French program one year and for the Spanish period program the next year. It's come in the fall, shortly after the beginning of our school year, and spend 2.5 weeks with us. And then we have our spring break at Holy Week Easter time. We go for 2 weeks to Spain. So they stay, each student from Spain is matched with a student from Jenkintown, stays with their family. And then when we go to Spain, each of our guys stays with their counterpart's family in Spain.
The exchange program was awesome for me. We went and we landed in Madrid and stayed in Leon for 2 weeks, and we got to travel a lot around northeastern Spain, and it was really incredible just to meet a lot of different people.
Definitely probably occurred on one of the weekends, various weekends I've been out of town, hanging out with friends, chilling on golf courses, various basements, you know, stuff like that.
I think announcing basketball and football games, I know that seems pretty wide, so I don't know if I have one specific memory. That night, the energy was palpable in the gym. It was so noticeable. Parents, J Crew, our student section, you know, just the benches were alive, and it was a great game and a great victory for the team.
My favorite Jenkintown memory, that's a hard one, but since I participate in graduation, I'd have to say that every graduation is my favorite.
Probably my favorite memory was the senior trip where we go overnight camping and whitewater rafting. And it's just always great to see students outside of the classroom, to see them in a different light, and just to see them kind of working together, but yet having fun and ganging up on each other and just having a lot of fun out in the water. We had a great time, so one of my favorite memories.
My favorite Jenkintown memory was actually this year. It was the jazz concert, and I'm in a few of the different jazz bands that we have. We have a jazz combo, which is a smaller band, and a larger jazz band, and I played in both, and I had a bunch of solos, and it was really fun.
Jenkintown memory is probably happened about maybe 10 years ago. We had a young man here at school who was fighting an illness, and we, as I say, we as a school, the entire school went out and held a walk in his honor and to help raise money for the cause for his illness. And it was just great seeing the entire student body get together and come together to support a young man in a time of crisis.
At the end of the day, there isn't one thing that makes Jenkintown so great. It's a combination of welcoming friends and family and continuing traditions that bring this town so close together.